So here's our 2019 GMC Terrain Denali all-wheel drive with a 2.0 liter turbo engine. This does actually come with a rebuilt Minnesota title. And the reason for that is, and I honestly don't know the full story on it because we don't get a report that says everything about the vehicle. However, what I can tell you is when we got the vehicle, there was a broken connecting rod inside this engine. Now, the engine was actually removed and a new engine was put in. This engine is under warranty, so you're covered there, but it's a completely different engine. The connecting rod was broken inside the engine. No idea why. Sometimes they break because of like water intrusion. However, we can see in the oil was perfectly brown. When there's water in the engine, kind of gets like a milkshake, kind of like a chocolate milk. Not the case here. It was perfectly brown in the oil. So I don't know if the engine just over revved or if it was just a factory defect in the motor. No idea. However, the engine, completely different engine that's in here. Other than that, everything else has been checked over. We've driven this about 100 miles to this point. It's flawless. We didn't touch anything else on the outside of the vehicle whatsoever. This is the Denali version. And if you look really close here, you can see it does have the clear, here's a better shot of it, this line here. That's the clear bra that's on the front of the vehicle. You also see it on the door jambs. It's also on the hood here. So it protects the vehicle from rock chips or whatever else is in the front. Keeps the paint looking fresh. Nothing on this vehicle has been painted whatsoever. You can hear the engine running. Runs great. Go ahead and shut it. This is the Denali, so it comes fully loaded. Everything from moonroof to adaptive cruise control, all the little chrome cladding, the fancy wheels. Of course, this unit's only got 4,000 miles on it. So as you can see, the rubber is like brand new. Brake rotors like brand new, wheels like brand new. I don't see any curb rash there whatsoever. Does have power rear lift gate. Not sure if I told you or not, it is all-wheel drive. And then just to give you a view up underneath. And the other thing that could have happened is maybe the oil pan was damaged or something like that. Actually, I can tell you that wasn't the case because there was no, we have the oil pan. But there's absolutely nothing else underneath this vehicle damaged whatsoever. So whatever happened, actually, since I know we do have the oil pan, whatever happened internally. I'll go ahead and shut the engine off here, open up the door. I'm going to go ahead and put my seatbelt on just to get that going. So I got one hand holding our camera, and the other hand's here just so you can see that, actually I'm going to shut the volume off here. But as you can see, I'm not clearing anything whatsoever. There is absolutely no check engine lights. 4,782 miles. Does have adaptive cruise control, or you can press and hold the cruise button and convert it back to regular cruise control. So you can have either or. Collision alert, heated steering wheel, your Bluetooth, your radio control functions. Automatic high beam headlights. Electric parking brake, fog lights, headlights, liftgate controls, power windows, locks, mirrors, memory seats, the beautiful wood grain interior here. Now, as far as this goes, we've got audio, phone, navigation, Wi-Fi, Android, Apple CarPlay, settings, apps, camera, my GMC. Yep, that's what we got for options there. As we move on down to our climate control functions, this is in park. Of course, reverse neutral drive. There's our USB. There's our four-wheel drive controls. Lane keep assist. This is obviously our heated seats. They do where everything in this train works just beautifully. Here we have our wireless charging. Denali headrests. And we'll take it out for a little drive. Of course, we flick the button there and now we're in drive. There's no shimmies, shakes, rattles, clunks, anything like that. The only noise you may hear in the vehicle is just this seatbelt. As we turn, that kind of hits there. I'm not sure if there's a fancy little bracket to hold the seatbelt, but that's the only clunk you're going to hear in the vehicle as it drives. And as you can see, the adaptive cruise control, you can turn that on. As you can see, we're going at highway speeds. Let go of the steering wheel. We're still going perfectly straight down the road. Other hand's here. Runs and drives perfectly true, just like a brand new car. Of course, it only has 4,700 miles on it. It is pretty much a brand new car. Now, this one, we do have 2 keys for this. And looking here in the glove box, we do have the owner's manual as well. However, I do not have the original window sticker, so I'm not able to tell you what the original MSRP was. However, we've done a little bit of research on it, and the original MSRP on these, as loaded as this one is, seems to be a $40,000 plus, about $43,000. Originally MSRP. Of course, with rebates and whatnot, you could probably buy this vehicle, at a dealership for roughly, $40,000 or maybe slightly under, depending upon the rebates. Of course, it is year end, but that's about where you're going to be. I'll go ahead and turn around right here. Oop. It's quite spunky. Anybody, if you've got one of the older Equinoxes or Terrains, and of course they had two different engines you could get in them. The I believe it was the 2.5 liter engine. Very good fuel economy, but it was extremely doggy. So you had no passing. You wouldn't dare pass somebody on a 2-lane road like this. This thing gets up and goes. I'll show you here. We're doing 60 right now, and I'll kick it down. And there's 70. So you get 10 mile an hour from 60. You get 10 mile an hour in, what was that, about 3 seconds probably, not even that. So she gets up and goes pretty quick. The turbo really does help that, and this is a smaller engine, so you do get the good fuel economy still. The other engine was the 3.6 liter engine. Those were very susceptible to having the timing chains needing to be replaced every 40,000 miles, so they're very high maintenance, but they were a very smooth driving engine, so you got a lot of power out of it. However, you got half the fuel economy. In my opinion, I think this little 2.0 liter engine, you get a lot more power, it's a lot faster than the 3.6 liter engine, but you get the fuel economy of a 4-cylinder. So they kind of killed two birds with one stone. They made a really good engine. In my opinion, I believe these 2.0 liter engines are probably my second favorite engine in the world, that GM produces, next to the LS version of the motor, 6.2 liters that are in the trucks and so on. So that's going to conclude our test drive today. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email. This is our home link. It's, of course, our OnStar moonroof controls. This here is our sunglass holder. Well, thank you very much, and have a good day.